Hi, I'm Paulette Lambert. I'm in the Wellness Kitchen at the California Health and Longevity Institute. Today we're going to be making chicken carbonara. Usually this is a very rich, high-calorie, high-fat pasta dish, but we're going to make it different today. So shh, don't tell anybody. We're going to use lots of broccoli florets and a little less pasta. We're going to use a fat-free half and half in our sauce with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese and lots of fresh basil. Wonderful tasting, simple, easy, and again, they don't need to know. Let's get started. We need medium heat. I'm just going to take a peek at our pasta that's cooking here. Oh yeah, that's good. Done there. So what I have is 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Again, we don't need a lot of oil. That adds a lot of extra calories to this dish. Remember, we're trying to do this dish light and healthy. So we're going to use our 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Really is all we need. I'm going to be adding a tablespoon of garlic. Get that going in that olive oil. And we're going to add some crushed red pepper. We just want our garlic to brown. Don't burn your garlic because it gets really nasty and bitter, and it's a little wet, so it's splattering a little bit, but that's okay. And to this, we're going to add our cooked chicken. And you can use leftover grilled chicken, roasted chicken. And I have 2 cups of chicken here. And we're just going to stir this around and we'll get this mixed with our garlic to give it a lot of flavor. So now our chicken has a lot of flavor. I'm going to be adding our broccoli. And that's 2 cups of broccoli florets that we steamed in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Don't want to overcook it, just want it just tender. Because it's going to cook a little more in the pan as well. And I'm going to add 3 pieces of turkey bacon, which is 25 calories a slice, crumpled. And that's going to give us that carbonara flavor, that bacon flavor that's so important in this dish. Oh, smells so good. I have garlic and bacon and chicken. This is my fat-free half and half. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour this in this bowl. And I'm going to beat in 2 egg yolks. And the egg yolks are high in cholesterol, but this is enough pasta for 4 people for a meal. So clearly we're only going to get a half an egg yolk each, and so that's not too much cholesterol for most of us. And the egg yolk's going to help this thicken when we pour it over the hot pasta. So that's ready. Now I'm going to add my pasta to this dish. My tongs. Oh, perfect. There we go. This is spaghetti. You can also make this with penne pasta. So you can use spaghetti or penne. This is a high protein pasta. Some of the white flour has been taken out and they've added legume flour to it. So it makes it much higher in protein and also much higher in fiber. So it's a really healthy pasta. It allows us to have a really healthy, balanced meal with enough protein with only using about 2 or 3 chicken breasts instead of using a chicken breast per person. That helps keep the calories down and lowers the saturated fat. So we're getting some vegetarian protein in our pasta. We need chicken in here, but we don't need a ton of chicken. And now I'm going to pour over our fat-free half and half with the eggs beaten in. And I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit here. There we go. And we want that to thicken. And the egg's going to cook into that fat-free half and half and thicken, just like a cream sauce. Oh, it looks so good. It has all the decadence of that rich cream sauce that I love, that's usually forbidden when you're trying to watch your weight or your health. And I'm going to be adding our half a cup of low-fat Parmesan cheese. I'll let that just cook for a second. Now we're going to add some lemon zest. This is a microplane or a zester, and what it allows us to do is just take out the outer part of the rind where all the citrus oils are that have all the flavor, and not the white bitter part. And you can do that right over a dish. It just takes out that part. It's going to give it a real fresh lemony flavor. Adds so much more flavor to a pasta than without it. It's good. And then I'm just going to chop some fresh basil real quick. You don't want to take a knife and saw through this. Actually, you can take your leaves and just stack them on top of each other. Doesn't have to be perfectly stacked. We need one more here. And then we just roll those up very tightly. And we take our knife and we just slice through all of these in nice, long, thin slices. These nice, long, thin pieces is called chiffonade. By the way, the basil adds a lot of antioxidants to this dish because of the high concentration that's in herbs. Isn't that beautiful? We have all this beautiful sliced basil. We'll add some of this and we'll save some for the garnish as well. And let's just mix this all up and toss this. So we have our cheese, our broccoli, our bacon, our cream sauce, our pasta, our lemon zest, and that fresh basil. I think we're going to need a little fresh pepper and probably just a little bit of salt. Not too much. The bacon has a lot of sodium in it, so it doesn't need too much. And also so does the cheese. So go easy on the salt. This looks great. Looks rich, looks decadent, and it's so great because I don't have to feel guilty about eating this one. And we're ready to serve our pasta. One last thing. We're going to put a few chopped walnuts in here. It really goes really well with the bacon and the cheese. And in order to chop these very quickly, I have them in a Ziploc bag. I'm just going to take my metal mallet and just give a couple little taps here. We don't want to pulverize them, but we just want to chop them so they're in smaller pieces. That's great. We'll use those as a garnish on top as well. So let's serve up our pasta. We want to have about cup and a half of pasta for a woman's serving. For men, about 2 cups. That's going to be just about a cup and a half. And then I'm going to add quite a bit of that broccoli on there because it's so healthy for all of us. And again, we can get lots of volume by adding a lot of broccoli to these type of dishes. Oh, it looks so good. There we go. Beautiful. And then we're going to just take a sprinkling of walnuts, which is going to give it a great flavor. And just a little bit more fresh basil. And there is our pasta carbonara. This serving in a restaurant, if it was all pasta and made traditionally, would be about 1,200 calories. This serving here is 500. So we really, really cut a lot of calories out, but I can tell you we didn't cut out any taste. This is Paulette Lambert from the Wellness Kitchen, where everything's nutritious and always delicious.